What's up guys, Causeway Giant here and welcome to my first ever review. So yeah guys, this is going to be a new segment on my channel where shockingly I review stuff. I thought I'd give this a go because I absolutely love random nerd stuff and I'm a very picky person, so I thought hey, reviews. But anyway, enough about that and let's dive straight into this review. So yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing the Funko Pop vinyl of Darth Vader. Yeah guys, just a little side note here, I absolutely love Funko Pop vinyls. I probably call it more of an obsession. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot get enough of these things. They're just so cool because there's so many different characters you can get of them. So the designs are just awesome, I think. But anyway, let's have a little look at this particular figure. This was actually my first ever Funko Pop, which is why I'm reviewing this one first, because I thought it'd be fitting, you know, first pop, first review, blah 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 blah. I got this one in 2013, I think it was. It was at Comic-Con at Belfast, and at the time I wasn't really into them very much. I just saw it and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. So I got this one because who doesn't love Darth Vader? But I didn't keep the box because at the time I didn't want extra storage, so yeah, I got rid of it. And I'm sure loads of you out of box collectors are probably going, oh my gosh, you can't do that. But don't worry, I kept the rest, it's just this particular one, so ugh. But anyway, yes, this is a Star Wars pop, and all the Star Wars pops are annoyingly bobbleheads, as you can see. I don't really like the bobbleheads, I prefer them just the normal pops because this one's okay, but you can see it's kind of slightly off to the left a little bit here. You know, instead of facing straight on like that, it should be kind of more like that, but it's actually off a little bit like that. It's not too bad, but I've seen ones that are really really bad, but they look okay when they're sitting on the shelf and you can kind of adjust them a little bit. I do think he looks pretty cool, like off at an angle there. And they also come with these weird bases. I don't really know why, it's just the Star Wars ones that come with this, because the bobbleheads are because Hasbro owns the rights to making toys, so apparently bobbleheads aren't toys but little figures are, so that's how they kind of overcame that obstacle, which is good because, you know, it means we get to have Marvel and Star Wars ones because Marvel's the same. But the Star Wars ones come with these bases and I don't really like it because it kind of gives them a height difference compared to the other ones, so I just take them off. Luckily they are removable like that. This one's a bit stiff, but yeah, the bases themselves, there's not really much to them, you know, they're just kind of standard black. The new Force Awakens ones are different, I think. That says Star Wars there. You know, it's just, you know, kind of boring. Anyway, let's move on to the actual figure. The design of this isn't really that complicated, but this is because, you know, this is when Funko was really just getting started off, so the designs aren't nearly as good as what they are today. But I still think this one is really, really cool because it's a simple design, but it's effective, I think. Like, let's take a little look at here at the torso. You can see that there is actually quite a lot of good sculpting details here around his kind of stomach area with the chest, with the little grooves of the suit there. And his control panel is amazing, I think. Like all the little like dials and stuff and all the different paint is really, really clean. Really good paintwork here. And if you have a look, just move up there so you can see the shadow. His like kind of armor pad up there, is really well painted as well. And all down here, you know, the little lines, they're really, really, really good. It does add a lot more kind of presence to the figure, I think. And it's all painted really well. Obviously it's just the one black color, but even still it's pretty good. And for the lightsaber, there is a little bit of paint bleeding onto his hand here, you can see, which is, it's not the best. And then on the actual lightsaber here, the hilt kind of bleeds onto the blade a little bit, just right there. And the blade itself is good, but I do kind of wish it was more of a translucent material. I think that would have kind of made it look a little bit better. But then these shoes, you know, I like how they're really shiny, because obviously Darth Vader is super, super shiny in the movie. So that's quite a nice effect there. And on the cloak, it's cool that it's not just the one kind of shape. It's got lots of little like ripply grooves in it along here. I just think that's quite cool. And then for the actual helmet, I think this is really, really, really well done. Let's move this up a little bit here. You know, again, it's just black, so there's not really much to speak of paint-wise, but I think the actual sculpt really, really, really conveys Darth Vader, like the shape of it. Because obviously the Funko Pop vinyls, for those of you who don't know, it makes their heads bigger and their bodies kind of smaller, and the eyes then become black circles, and then the heads kind of become a bit more rectangular as well. But it still does really look like Darth Vader, I think. Like, you know, the actual shape of the helmet is really, really good. The way it kind of frills up a little bit here, and then the lines going along here. Again, it's really, really, really shiny, so it does really reflect how Darth Vader looks in the movies. And then his little breathing apparatus here is really, really well done. It's good sculpt, you know, the paint on the silver bits here, the silver little nubs are really, really good. And then his actual eyes, I think they work really well because it kind of makes it, you know, it makes it look more like a pop. I know the new Darth Vader that's come out for the Rogue One ones, it's kind of got the actual Darth Vader eyes, you know, but these ones are just circular. I personally prefer this because I think it looks better with the other pops. And then, you know, it's just black here. There's no other sculpting really. So it's kind of a simple design, but I think it's good. I think this pop is really, really well done. It hasn't really got much to speak for paint. There's a few little, you know, blemishes there with the paint, but apart from that, it's really well done. It's a simple design done well, which I think is sometimes the most effective ways you can do it. So I'm going to give this pop a 7.8 out of 10. Guys, if you enjoyed this review, give the video a like and leave down in the comments below if you've got any other suggestions of things for me to review, or if you just want to talk about pops. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you liked, please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you later. Bye!